Well, hello, and sorry for the delay. Kind of a late start for me this evening. I had a couple of technical challenges, and I was a little tied up with a few other things on the go, doing a lot of production work, and I just looked at the clock and went, oh, I'm late. So I'm very terribly sorry about that. Yeah, but better late than never, right? At least that's what I'm thinking. um, So, my apologies. Yeah, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to join so late. I had every intention of being here at 9 p.m. to start and have a chat as I try and do as often as possible. And last couple of weeks have been a little bit of a challenge. No lie. I'm not going to lie to you. It was a difficult winter. Couple the weather, which ordinarily I would love because we had lots of snow, and I'm a skier. But unfortunately, when one is has a very limited income and no more car, because I sold my car a couple of years ago, it makes it difficult, incredibly difficult to get to the ski hill. So as a result, I haven't been skiing in a while, and I didn't take the opportunity to take advantage of all of the snow because it was just far too difficult for me from both feasibility, financial standpoint, along with transportation. Trying to get to a ski hill during the week or on the weekend is not that easy when you don't have a car anymore. It's the only thing I miss about having a car is just being able to go skiing whenever I want it. Now I have to plan it in advance or make arrangements with somebody who's going or find a shuttle bus. And it doesn't always go according to plan, especially when, although the weather might work out and a schedule might work out, you need to have the physical energy to do it. And if there's something I've learned from skiing, it's if you're too tired to go, don't go because you will get hurt. You'll make a simple mistake. You could hurt somebody else. You could severely hurt yourself. And I don't care to do any of those things. I don't want to bring harm to anyone. And I certainly don't want anyone to be harmed by me. So when I don't have the energy that I should have to ski, I just simply stay away. And stay away I did this past winter because it was just physically, emotionally, I was drained. I didn't have the energy physically. I didn't have the drive emotionally. Made it for a tough winter, especially considering the Rideau Canal is just a 10-minute walk from here. And I only made it out twice. And the first time I went for a good skate. Second time I laced up the skates and realized I needed to get them sharpened, and the lineup to get them sharpened was long. So I just kind of turned around and went home. It was the kind of winter it was. Hopefully, next winter, I will have more energy and feel better about myself. It's difficult when your head's down and your heart is not where it should be. And that was the winter that was. And it seems to have decided that it was going to continue because we got 12 centimeters of snow just the other day. It mostly all melted by today because it went from -10 to +10 today. So, and we've had nonstop rain. We had a ton of freezing rain the other day. It's just been dreary and overcast for a little while, and that weighs heavy on the heart and mind. I don't want to sit here and harp on about the weather all night, but it plays a factor, and it's certainly played a factor in my mental health over the last few months. But that being said, today was a very good day. I was able to accomplish a number of the things I set out to do. Not all of them, but there's only so many hours in the day, right? I had a couple of production things I needed to get taken care of, and I was able to get most of them dealt with. There's still a couple more that need to be finished up, but that's okay. Plenty of time for that. So, today was a good day. Sunday was a terrible day. I only had about 4 hours sleep. For some reason, Saturday night, I went to the pub to watch the hockey game and hang out with a buddy for a bit, and came home after the game ended and sat down on the couch, and I thought, well, maybe I'll watch some SNL. And I didn't end up watching SNL. I started watching something else. I don't even remember what it was. And I'm like, I'll just throw on some music. Next thing you know, it was 3 a.m. and I'm like, okay, this is not good. I need to go to bed. Crawled into bed and fell asleep relatively quickly. But then my lovely Lola, my 85-pound Dogo Argentino, decided that at 7 a.m. she wanted to get up. So she's getting up. Guess what, Daddy? So are you. So Sunday was not what you'd call a good day. That's okay. Today made up for it. Today was a good day. I was able to accomplish a number of like I said, goals that I had set out for myself. And ran a couple of errands and took care of something for somebody, which felt good. I felt like I accomplished something, and I haven't felt that in some time. I guess it boils down to we all need a purpose in this world, and I felt purposeless lately. And, I know all the podcasting stuff that I do is wonderful, but it's mostly done in solitude. And solitude is great. Don't get me wrong, there's times when it's wonderful. However, I don't want it all the time. I get my energy from other people, and when I spend too much time alone, I just, well, for want of a better term, I get de-energized. And that kind of takes its toll on a person. Makes you spin a little sideways. And that, let's face it, it's never fun, is it? And, what can I say? It takes time to get your act together. I'm working on it. Hopefully I'll get there. Apologies for starting so late this evening. I think if I have another successful, functional day tomorrow, that'll help motivate me to get back in the game. I've just felt so, what's the word I'm looking for? Useless. Yeah, felt like useless, mostly lately, without purpose. And that really does make it difficult to find the motivation to get back in the saddle. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a tough time lately, but I think I'm on the way back. I think I'm about to shed off this gray cloud that's been hovering over me for the last few months. Hopefully I can, cast it away and Step out into the sun, right? Find something to keep me productive. I have a multitude of projects, and some of them I've just put aside because I've just not been well enough to do it. Emotionally, physically, I've been as well as I could be, just lacking the energy some days. Anyway, as a result, I find that things are slowly moving along and improving. And each day, things do get a little bit better. Which is, I mean, all anyone can totally ask for, I guess, in the end, right? Just trying to get better each day. Yeah. One foot in front of the other, keep moving forward. Every day above ground is a good day. Even when it's not that great, it's still better than not having one. I know sometimes that might not feel that way. I know sometimes the pain of depression can make you feel like, well, I just want the pain to stop. And some folks have chosen to exit the world earlier than they were really destined to. And I certainly understand that thought process. I understand that desire to get rid of the pain. But I've always been able to just say, well, let's try for another day tomorrow and see. Just hang on for one more day. And I've managed to do that most of my life. Well, because I've been dealing with this most of my life. So I just continue to hang on for one more day, even when it's difficult. And as difficult as the last few months have been, they've never brought me to the edge. I've never gotten there. I've had some really couple of dark days here and there, but nothing like that. Nothing that would want to cause me to harm myself. Those, I'd like to say that the thoughts of that, which I used to have frequently, are well behind me. I'm going to owe that to medication, some therapy, and cognitive behavioral therapy, working towards trying to be better, do better, be happy. And remembering that when the times like that do hit you, that they're only temporary. Feels like it'll be permanent. I know that. Feels like it's going to go on forever. When you're in the midst of it, it's pain feels like it lasts forever, even if it's only short term. So I understand. No one likes pain. Emotional pain. Some people like physical pain. I don't understand that, but to each their own. But emotional pain, no one likes, no one enjoys. And the exhaustion that comes with it is, well, it's pretty tough to take sometimes. Fortunately, though, I've been able to just hang on and hang in. And I have every intention of doing that. Hanging in. Even when it's tough. And admittedly, it's not the easiest stretch for me right now. It's a difficult time. I won't lie to you. To say otherwise would be a lie, and I am many things, but a liar isn't one of them, that's for sure. So, I will continue to push on, forge ahead, remain positive, come out here and talk to you folks about what's going on and how I'm feeling. And hopefully I can, manage to inspire somebody to improve their life, whether it be through therapy or medication, combination thereof, or exercise, or just, sometimes this is enough for some people, talk about what you're feeling. It's important to talk about what you're feeling when you're feeling it, and I know how difficult that can be sometimes. Sometimes when I'm in the depths of it, all I can say is I am incapable of anything today. I'm at a 2 out of 10. I don't have the energy to discuss it. I don't even want to think about it. Let's talk about anything but that so I can get my mind off of it. But I'll tell you that I'm not doing well. And the issue is depression. And that's Lola. This mic picks up everything. This isn't a soundproof booth. It's a sound isolation booth, so it helps to eliminate echoes amongst other things. But she's in the kitchen and I didn't close the studio door. When it's just the two of us here, she doesn't like it when the door's closed. And she's coming in to say hello. Maybe I can get her to come up. Come on up. Come on up, Lola. Sweetheart, come on up. Come on. Come on up. There we go. My doggo. My beautiful girl. My therapy dog. My beautiful, beautiful Lola. My rescue girl. My wife adopted her. And now she's mine. If anybody knows, you know the story. I'm not going to get into the story now. Oh, no, we're still together, by the way. Don't worry about that. It's nothing like that. Lola's just too much for Bridget to take care of. Because she's a big, strong girl. Aren't you, Lola? You're a big, strong girl. Sweetheart? Look there. Look over here. See? There's my big, strong girl. Yes. Oh, sweetheart. We were actually cuddling on the couch about an hour ago. I'm like, I got some more work to do, sweetheart. Get up into the studio, and she's like, Daddy's going to disappear for a while. And like I said, I started late because I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot all about it. Hi, sweetheart. How are you doing? How's my Lola? How are you? Are you a good girl? You're the best girl, aren't you, Lola? Hey? Oh, what a pretty girl you are. Yeah, she's very much a therapy dog. Whenever she can oftentimes tell when I need her to come and cuddle, and she just does it. She does that to strangers when we're walking down the street. Somebody's sitting on a park bench. She just looks at them and walks over and puts her head on their lap. Like, I'm so sorry, my dog just loves to meet people. 99 out of 100 times, it's like, oh no, it's okay. It's so thank you. I really needed this. You're an empathy girl, aren't you, Lola? You take away Daddy's pain, don't you? Hey, sweetheart. But boy, do you shed. Okay, you can get down. Yeah, you can get down. Okay, girl. What do you need, sweetheart? What do you need? You're just looking at the... I know it looks like she's looking at a bookcase, but this is a green screen. Oh. So, okay, don't lick my head. Don't do that, sweetheart. Look at the people saying hi. Say hello. Say hello. Oh, she sees herself. She's trying to make sense out of it all. Who's that, Lola? Is that you? That's Lola. That's Lola with Daddy. Yes. Lola with Daddy. Oh, what a good girl you are. Yes, you are. You're a good girl. You're the best girl. Okay. Don't lick my face. Don't lick my face, sweetheart. If you're suffering from mental health, get yourself a big dog. I can't say it's necessarily the best thing for everybody because there's lots of work, but trust me when I say this, she's worth it. She's worth all the money and all the effort and all the time because she gives back to you 100-fold what I could ever give for her. Okay, sweetheart. And invest a lot of money into lint rollers and a really good vacuum designed to pick up pet hair. She sheds so much. If I gathered it all up, I'm sure I could make an entire suit out of her fur. Hey, sweetheart. Lola, what you doing? What are you staring at the wall for? I don't know what she does sometimes. Why she does what she does, I should say. Hi, yes, sweetheart. Yes, you're a very good girl. You're a very good girl. A lovely girl you are, Lola. So here I am on a Monday evening, just trying to make some sense out of this wild and crazy world that we have to deal with as of lately. And I know that everybody that I've spoken to is like, oh, I just need to get away from all of this. And I don't talk politics in this show, but we have an election coming up in this country, and it's deemed to be one of the most important one of our lives. That's all I'm going to say about it on this program. But it's been weighing heavy on a lot of people, and there's a lot of back and forth vitriol online, which some of it pretty terrible. As elections do, they can definitely divide people, which is sad because it's really a time to come together. At least that's my opinion. Come together and count on one another to help build a better future together. Let the mudslinging go amongst the politicians and the political pundits who have to talk about it. Not something on this show, though. This show is just about our mental health and where we are, how we're feeling, where our headspace is at. And oh boy, I'm covered in dog saliva. And now she's asleep at my feet. That's Lola. Give you what you need and then go take a nap. Rough life. Oh, the life of a dog. The life of a dog with a happy family and some good doggy parents. That's the good life. Not every doggy gets that, unfortunately. And Lola certainly didn't have that for the first part of her life, so I'm trying to give her the best I can. She deserves it. She's a good girl. So I guess that's where I am. After suffering for a while, and this weekend, today was a very, very good day. Very productive. Accomplishing. I feel like I have purpose again. I haven't felt that in a while. And when you feel that you have no purpose, it really can take away your will to seek it out. If that makes any sense. I found myself asking, is this it for me? Am I done? Is the workforce going to want to hire me back? Am I going to get a job again? I recognize that at my age and with my physical limitations due to damage done to my body after 29 years working in construction, that I can't go back to that kind of work. And I know there's lots of it, but I can't do it. Not if I want to keep walking and I'd like to be able to keep walking so I could still ski once in a while. So today I felt like I had purpose because I was able to accomplish a few things. And I've possibly got a couple of I accomplished a few things, nothing work related, nothing like that, but I felt a sense of accomplishment, and I haven't had that in a while, and that felt good. And I need to feel that more, so I need to get cracking on the things I've kind of put aside for a while. My jazz show, my pop music show, this channel, doing more work for this channel, trying to promote it more, and trying to help as many people as I can. That's my goal, is to help as many people as I can. Some days I might be successful, and some days I might fail. Well, that's a big snooze, a big yawn, I should say. But if I can keep busy and keep focused and keep working towards, I don't even know what I'm working towards, to be honest with you. Working towards making the world a better place. How's that? I think that's a noble goal. Working towards making the world a better place. Now, if I can continue to do that, that makes me feel like I have purpose again. When you feel like you don't have any purpose, it's a pretty empty, lonely feeling. I remember reading a story years ago about a man who had planned to retire at 50. He started in the workforce when he was young, and he saved, and he scrimped, and he invested, and he did very well and climbed the corporate ladder, and at the age of 50, he retired. 5 years later, he left this world by his own hand, because not only did he not have purpose anymore, but he just felt like he was worthless and empty. Worked towards a goal his whole life, achieved it, and then spent 2 years doing all the things he wanted to do. It sounded great on the surface, but all of his friends were still at work. His children were off to school and at university and entering into the workforce, so everybody he knew didn't have the time that he had to spend doing the things that he loved to do because, well, they had to earn a living. So at 53, he slipped into a depression, and at 55, he left this world. It was a very sad story, but it's a tale that I think needs to be repeated. And we need to pay attention to that. If you don't have purpose, you don't feel like you're of any value to this world. Sometimes just being a human being, just being, is not enough. There was a study a number of years ago. It started in the 40s and went through to the 60s. It was called Universe 25, 25 Universe or something to this effect. Without getting into the nitty-gritty of it, they created a society for mice, where the mice had enough food, enough water, and plenty of shelter. And the colony started out with 4 mice and expanded to 2,200. And then sometime thereafter, conflict arose, and in the end, it got violent, and they all died off. There was no more mating taking place. There was no offspring. And they discovered that having your basic needs met is great, but you still need to have something else to do. And this was with mice. Having enough food is wonderful, but if you never have to, you don't have a purpose anymore. I mean, the purpose before was to find food for your mate and your offspring. They didn't have to do that anymore. Well, eventually, you just got bored and society disintegrated. Again, it's with mice, so take that with a grain of salt. If human beings, I think, have our basic needs met, food, shelter, clean water, clothing, and have the means to pursue other things, we can thrive. Let's face it, if you had enough money to do what you wanted to do, maybe you want to learn to paint. Or maybe you just want to play hockey all the time. Maybe you want to travel the world or learn to sail. Perhaps you'd like to study genetics. Or maybe psychology. What I'm saying is, if you have enough of your basic needs met and have the ability, i.e., money or a stipend, you can study and pursue the things that you love. I think what I'm alluding to here is, oh boy, would it be great if we had Star Trek. I'm not talking about beaming up or traveling the cosmos, although that would be wonderful too. I'm talking about having a need for no money. We have food and shelter and clean drinking water, and then we do jobs because we want to. You're able to pursue the things you want to do and don't have to do the things you don't want to do. And they say, well, who's going to do the things you don't want to do? Well, there's always going to be somebody who's going to have to learn something, and somebody, look, some people love gardening. I hate it with a passion. Because in my instance, I'm allergic to everything in the garden, so it's no fun for me. For me, it's not enjoyable. But many people love farming. Many people love gardening. Many people love to teach others how to do those things. If you were free to pursue your passions, I think we'd have a wonderful world. But we live in a very strange society that doesn't really provide for those things. My dog here doesn't have to worry about anything. Her needs are met. She's happy. And her purpose was to take care of Daddy and make sure Daddy's happy. Her purpose is well met. Anyway, I've been kind of wandering on a strange tangent here. Slightly philosophical this evening. After a tough winter, we are now in spring, although it doesn't feel like it weather-wise, but we call this fool's spring, or no, third winter. Are we in third winter now? I think we had fool's spring. Now we're in third winter. And then actual spring will show up in about 2 weeks. Canada's capital. But as the daylight hours are longer, which is great, that really helps lift my spirits, knowing that it isn't dark at 5 p.m. Ugh, that's got to be the worst. It's the worst part of winter for me. That does zap my energy. I'm somebody who I need more daylight, is what it boils down to. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up this evening. And hopefully tomorrow will be like today. One filled with purpose. One filled with projects that I can pursue and not get upset if I don't complete them all. Just roll with it because I know that they'll be there the next day. And instead of thinking, oh, I'm never going to get anything done, it's like, hey, I got more work tomorrow. Awesome. It's all on refocusing, finding your purpose again. And I think that's important. So, thanks for joining me this evening. I really do appreciate it. And I hope that wherever you are in this world, that you find your purpose too. Take care. See you soon.